No. Shout out to my mum.
Yeah, chuck it in there. Chuck it in. Gotta shout out to my mom.
What's good, everyone? My name is Rejoice.
I'm Wendy.
Johnny.
We are the Commission Project, and today we are interviewing a couple of friends.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
We got a few.
Life.
Hey?
Life?
Life?
Stuff?
Yeah, okay.
Everything in between.
Specifically to our young people in our community. As you know, guys, one of the things that we aim to do in this channel is to give young people a voice. So today we got a young man and a young lady who are going to give us their voice. Young people talking about young people issues.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
And they're going to appear in 3, 2, 1.
So how's everybody this morning? How do you guys? I got up feeling a bit sick. Yeah. I had to go to the doctors, but I'm good now.
Yeah.
Wendy, how do you go?
I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning and testing myself for COVID.
Oh.
So yeah, but I'm good. So
Okay.
you're okay. Yeah, I was feeling a little bit, flu-y and stuff, but I think it's from, so I started work this week. Yeah. Yesterday, I think, because it was really windy, and the school's built next to like a farm kind of thing, so all the wind and stuff was blowing from there, and I just, I don't do good with like windy days. Yeah, but yeah, that's
Hay
me.
fever. Okay.
Joyce, what's been going on?
Oh, nothing much. I was very worried that I was going to sleep in today, so I had alarms set from like 6:30, but then like every 10 minutes, so every 10 minutes my phone was going off. It was actually pretty annoying, but I got up at 6:30.
I think that's hilarious because you just asked before, do I still count as a young person? If you're doing that, then yes, you do.
Wait, I do that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you do that, you're still, yeah.
She's not young for that.
No, she is.
What, several alarms?
That's why
I think it's crazy.
I have like one alarm and I get
I
up.
do not trust myself to set one alarm. And then, like, that's crazy that you think your body's going to get up and go,
Yeah.
Ah,
What
look
if you
at you.
switch that one alarm?
Exactly.
Yeah, actually
You're
sounds
gone.
good.
You're done.
I have 5 alarms set when I go to work.
Oh
It's like
my.
5:50, then 6, 6:15, and then I'm out.
I'll have alarms for when I'm meant to leave so that I'm on time. And then I'll set an alarm to remind me when I'm going to leave, type things, like 10 minutes before. When he's looking at me like, what the hell?
And human alarms get somebody that's going to actually wake you up.
I live on my own.
Yeah, but
So
come
it's
to your
like,
house.
somebody can phone you.
That would scare the crap out of me. That would wake me up if someone's like,
Okay.
excuse me, wake up.
Or somebody
Time to
can
get up,
phone you.
Rejoice. Time to get up, Rejoice.
I think hotels, they have that like a phoning service.
Yeah, they do.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you're sleeping in a hotel, they'll give you a call
Oh my gosh, 5
to wake you up.
There you
Wake
go.
up calls.
That's a business idea right there, mate. Can have a job, like legit. Have an app. Rejoice, she likes apps.
Okay, yeah, I do.
Have an app where it's a thing of, if you click on this certain time, somebody will phone you.
Yeah.
Pay so much subscription a month.
I seen one of the hotels where the Northern Lights is, and they have like a call button for when it's on.
Yep.
So like it will remind you or let you know. So if it's in the middle of the night, they will call you.
Oh,
Like to let you know, like, hey, wake up, go take a look. Crazy.
yeah, I like that. That's good.
All the nights. There you go.
Yeah. Beautiful.
There, guys.
Beautiful.
We've got Katie with us today. And Katie is a young lady from the area of, I think you're under Casey. I guess you are. You are now because that's where we're sitting.
Yeah.
So, and we're out today at one of the local sports and recreation areas in our Casey neighbourhood. So, welcome, Katie. Woo, 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 woo.
Thank you.
Yep.
Good to be here.
Yeah, it's good. Good stuff. Good stuff.
So tell us about yourself, Katie. What do you do?
Well, I'm a skin and laser therapist, so I work in a clinic. So if anyone has any skincare needs, hit me up. But no, so I'm 20, about to turn 21. In 2 months.
That's good. Oh, look at you.
And I
21.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I hear that. It's like one of your last. The 21 is like one of the last important birthdays. It's like 21, 25, and 30. After that, it's like the decades,
Yeah.
21's crazy.
Is it downhill?
Yeah.
Downhill or uphill?
It's not as important. Like, it's still important. Like, birthdays are important. But,
No one cares that much.
Yeah.
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 A lot of people don't care. That's okay.
Oh.
It's okay. Yeah,
I'll
she
care
get
what you
older.
think.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, 2 weeks time, all right? Yeah.
I'll call
So
at 2 a.m.
Oh no, don't do that. I don't pick
Yeah,
up. Do not disturb. Yeah, you will not get me at that time in the morning. Yeah, so we're just waiting on one of our other guys we're going to be talking to.
Typical
What
young
happened to
person.
him?
Yeah, I think it's going to
Joyce?
wardrobe malfunction.
So, yes, we outsourced like far and wide for who our other guest is. He's my little brother. He got here. I saw the Crocs and I was like, not today. And I said, no, he only lives 2 minutes away, but I guess Mans is really looking for the outfits.
Come right through, Elijah. You can come sit right in the center,
Welcome, Elijah.
right in the middle.
And you wasn't that.
Yeah, good. Yeah, why not?
I'm good, thank you.
What flavour?
Smoked chipotle and honey.
Oh, I'll try one. Thanks.
That's good. No, thank you.
Did you just turn this video into an ASMR?
Oops.
Yeah, so this is Elijah, guys. He's a local young person who will be telling us about the thoughts of young people in the 21st century. Whether what we're doing currently is relevant to young people, we don't know. Add a comment, see what happens from there. Thank you, Joyce.
So, welcome everyone. I'm just going to preface this and say, I told Elijah that we were filming for a YouTube channel and nothing else.
Okay.
So this is like raw footage right now.
All
Man's just listening to Johnny say what we're talking about and he's like, oh, hey.
It just sounds serious, but it's not.
It's not.
Yeah,
It's just a
100%.
conversation. We're just hanging out.
It's what we talk about
We're
every
gonna
day
talk.
anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Elijah, we know that Katie is a beautician. What do you do?
I work in childcare,
Yeah.
so I kind of work as an educator.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There's not many males in childcare, is there?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of a imbalance between like the ratio between female and male, but you
Yeah.
know what, it's kind of good. You know, more opportunities for me, and obviously, it's good to see males in the sector because the children just need that,
Yeah.
especially ones who come from those kind of families where a male role model might not even be there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, those ones are usually the ones that gravitate towards me, which I found out
Mhm.
while working here. But
Yeah. That's cool.
Mm,
Yeah.
I like that. I like
It's
that.
pretty
Okay.
different. Beautician and
Childcare.
Mm.
Was that always the plan for you guys? Or is that kind of how it happened? Just
I mean, not really. After I graduated, I mean, I did like VC. I didn't even show up to one of my exams, to be honest. I hated school. My math exam.
Oh.
But no, after, I think it's a very like immigrant parent mentality. Like you have to go to uni, you have to study,
Yep.
you know, doctor, lawyer,
Yep.
whatever. So, but then after like I finished school, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Like, and then I was like, and then I was always interested in beauty and things like that. So then I did my diploma, and then I started working in a spa, which is horrible, absolutely horrible. And then I did a bit more study, and now I work in a clinic.
Oh, nice. So what's the difference between a clinic and a spa?
So a spa is very much more like relaxation,
Okay.
like massage, which is not, as everyone probably knows, I'm very loud and
Oh.
very clumsy. So I'd constantly be bumping into things. I once like dropped a thing on the client. It was not great. But in a clinic, you can it's more like scientific and more like, you know, you're using medical grade technology and medical grade
Okay.
products on clients and
Wow.
Yeah.
things like that, and it's more scientific, which is kind of where my brain. I was more of a sciencey kind of.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's
kinda-
awesome.
Yeah,
That's cool.
and more results driven.
Okay, fair. Fair.
Good stuff.
So, Elijah, what's a day in the life of Elijah? When that alarm goes off, what does that look like?
Wait. Do you, first of all, how many
That's a big
alarms do
question.
you set to wake up in the morning?
Depends. It kind of depends on how late I stay up. Like if it's after 12, then I'm putting like 5
Oh
alarms.
my God. I think 5 is like the number. 5 is the number. Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
If I'm getting to sleep, you know, like a decent time, like it's never a decent time. But,
Yeah.
Oh my days.
If you did get it to sleep
or
at a
like if
decent
I don't
time.
have to wake up early the next day, then it's like, you know,
no alarm.
I don't, yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, the younger you are, the more alarms.
Alarms.
The older you are, the less alarms.
Yeah, it's like your body clock just automatically wakes
Okay,
you up.
guys, you can hear what they
Yeah.
said it, not me. They said it. So if you got like one alarm, I don't know.
That's actually me.
Oh my gosh.
It's the one alarm and then I'm up.
Jeez. Yep. So Elijah, after your 7 alarms, What does that look like?
Depends what day it is. I mean, I like to play a lot of sport, and then I work Monday to Thursday.
Yep.
10-hour shifts, and then so if I'm not working, then sleeping a little, boxing in the morning.
Boxing?
And then, yeah.
Okay.
So I just do boxing classes just with some mates.
Nice.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout it out.
I dare you.
Yeah, and then it depends. I could be catching up with someone if I'm at work. I'm pretty much at work the whole day.
Okay.
Like the earliest I start is like 6:45, and even that day I finish at 4:45. So then it's like I wouldn't say there's much left for the day. But then I'd have my basketball games, my volleyball games, and then usually if I'm not doing all that, I'm just eating somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So like, okay, we tick in the one box. Young people work.
They do. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Not like you
Okay.
see on the news all the
Yeah,
time that,
100%,
these unemployed young bums. They're not.
No.
They work.
And we enjoy work.
Yeah.
Work is fun. Work
Yeah.
is nice.
And you get money.
We love
100%.
money.
That's it. Love money.
Okay.
All right. And so, Katie, do you do any sports or?
My sport, I would like to say, is like walking around shopping centres,
Yes.
buying makeup, to be
Yes.
honest. But yeah,
I'm with
I
you
go
on
to
that
the
one.
gym every day, actually, guys.
Oh, nice.
There you
If
go.
you see a speck of dust in Mum's life, it's
That's
yeah,
nice.
go to the gym.
That's
Okay.
good.
That's
You
good.
keep healthy.
So,
That's it.
young people working. Question: doing what with the money?
Alright, guys.
End the video now.
Makeup. She buys makeup. That's okay. Makeup's a good thing. Travel.
Yeah, like petrol.
Petrol.
Yeah.
And petrol's expensive, man. Unless you go to like the Liberty one around the corner, it's like $1.62 all the time. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yep. Go to APCO, people.
Okay.
Good hash browns too.
Ah.
Hash browns there too. Okay.
Ah.
Potato cakes. Oh.
Oh, really?
Love
Like,
me
how
a
do you
potato
do
cake.
a potato cake wrong?
Yeah.
Like
I'm
at
all
gas
about that.
stations, I can't.
Yeah, I don't do
They
gas
always fail.
station
They've been
food.
sitting there for 10 years.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
trust.
So you only get them in the morning.
Ah.
After the morning, don't bother.
There you go. That makes
Yeah.
sense. That
Oh, no, I
makes
can't
sense.
do. No, gas station food for me. Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's risky.
Yeah.
So sometimes I like
Risky
it risky.
business. Bit of risky business there. Yeah. Okay, awesome.
Fair. Okay. Now we're gonna go on to the more serious questions. Jijing.
All right.
Alrighty. Now the common perception, community, please comment. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. So I put on the news, I hear youth crime. I put on the radio, I hear youth crime. I jump on social media, I hear youth crime. I hear a lot of senior citizens, a lot of adults, a lot of people like in the policing community, etc. I hear them talking about the wrong that young people are doing. I hear them pointing out the bad that young people are doing. So our attempt today and further on with the life of the channel is to basically see how true, how factual, how real that is. Is it just media hype or is it fact on the ground? So our young people here, I'm including myself, will investigate and discuss it further to see, is it true, is it real, like what's the gray area, what's causing the problem if there is a problem. And I think we can only resolve it through conversation. So the more we converse about it, the more we can understand it and maybe, who knows, maybe solve it. Fingers crossed. Anyway, so guys, as young people, you all know the deal. What's the gray area? What's the thing you all maybe feel that the police are missing, adults are missing, community services are missing, the government is missing? Like, what's that one thing that you would like to see in our society introduced, encouraged to support young people? Like, what's that one thing when you think about it?
Do you actually think that it's as bad as what they're saying on the news, though?
No.
No? Yeah?
It's exaggerated,
Yeah, 100%.
but then what's making you come to that conclusion?
I think just being a young person myself and seeing like what actually goes on, I think a lot of times, if you see a bunch of kids like at night, like teenagers at night, I feel like in some people's brains, like, oh my gosh, they're gonna go like rob something or they're gonna go, do something crazy like that. But I think some things can be so innocent and in people's minds, because the media controls a lot of what actually happens. So in people's minds, they think, oh my gosh, like, you know, controversial. The other way or things like that. But,
Yeah.
Fair. Elijah, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I definitely think the media has a big factor or plays a big factor in like just how the young people are portrayed. Because like when I think about me, my group of friends, like you would never catch us like doing any like kind of like you know stealing from here or like doing this and that. So they're like the people like kind of put young people like together with. But then it's like, and like it's not even just my like main group of friends. Like there's people I know like that my outer circles like I'm not really associated with like, and they're all young people. You know?
There you go,
And
yeah.
it's like there's like a whole like heap of just normal. I wouldn't call normal, but just a whole group of us.
Yeah.
That like we just kind of know what to do, and like it's not like each and every one of us is like out here doing the things that is on the news. Or
Yeah.
I think that's good because like youth crime, it is a thing, right? We're not going to say that it's not a thing, but I think the media paint it as being across all youth. Yeah. And they make it look as though, if you're a grandma walking out on the street, at 6 o'clock at night, then be very, very scared because somebody's going to come and attack you kind of thing, which is, it's not really true at all. Because a lot of these youth, they have grandparents, they have, older siblings, parents, all that kind of stuff who they respect. And they wouldn't want to see them get hurt either. So, yeah.
Joyce, you a youth? Do you have a long list of crime exploits?
No, definitely not. I think the ones who are out, I think they need a lot more love and care from the community than they have. I think it's
at home, yeah.
They've somewhere along the lines, I think there's a lot of trauma involved, and it's a lot easier to get in with. I don't want to say doing bad things, but like it's a lot easier to get in with crime than to get help, and it's a big thing for people to search help for themselves, but to expect like youth and children to do that, I think that's a bit big. So I think there's a lot more that we as a community can do for them, so that the families that are getting raided or stolen from don't end up traumatized as well.
Yeah.
Because those cases are traumatizing. Like it's big.
Yeah, you can't deny that, youth crime does happen and it is traumatic for people, but I also think that we need to find a solution in order to fix it. So, and going into that now, so guys, I don't know how political you are, but I am a political fanatic. I love politics. I follow Australian politics, American politics, all of that kind of stuff. So we've got an election coming up here soon, right? So we're not going to talk about politics and stuff like that, but do you think our two major parties that are running against each other are actually doing, are they being purposeful in their actions towards youth, like young people, young adults? Are they actually, trying to...
You mean like in the area of like programs and support systems? Yep.
Support systems for them.
Okay.
Like, do you feel that you guys are being heard? Your voice is being heard? I mean, there's so many different things that are going on in this world. And a lot of the time it's like, oh, but that's happening, over there, or it's happening over there. It's not really happening here in Australia, which a lot of it is. How do you guys feel? Like, because they've got policies that are coming out, right? So policies, I don't know, decreases in tax. They've got Medicare, all that kind of stuff. So, like, how do you guys feel? Is it stuff that you guys, it's going to affect you guys, or they're not really listening to anything that you guys have to say anyway?
Well, being a New Zealand citizen.
Yeah. Oh. Imagine I looked at each other like, oh, we don't even go here.
No, but you live here.
Yeah, you live here. It's still going to affect you,
like, whenever like the voting time comes around, me personally, I've never felt affected in any way. Like, I've never been told of anything that has benefited me or like just in general. But then to be fair, it's not like I've really gone and looked into them. But yeah, I think just from a normal person's perspective, it's just like I've never really felt any change when a certain party leader was you
Yep.
know, especially as a young person. Like,
Yeah.
You know, there was never really
Makes no
like,
difference.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think targeted.
Yeah.
No, I definitely. Oh, sorry.
No, you
I
go.
definitely get that. I think it's you hear a lot more. To me personally, I don't know if it's just my feed or what's going on, but I hear a lot more about like American politics. I think American politics is very like polarizing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've talked to a lot of like my friends and stuff. Some people don't even know who the prime minister is.
They
And to
true.
be honest, I
Sure.
found out last week. If I'm being
Yes.
quite honest.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
like, I think, yeah, obviously, I definitely have my political preference.
Okay.
Like, I see, you know, something being right and
Yep.
wrong, that sort of thing. But I don't think that. Okay, maybe I'm wrong and ignorant, and I need to do more research on it. But I don't think it's like what Elijah said. It's not as like it doesn't affect me
Mm.
in every.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can still do what I want to do.
Yeah.
It's not as a.
And there's no like urgency for us to actually go and find out. Like we're kind of just, you know, nobody tells us, oh, you should really look into this. So
Yeah.
they're kind of just, all right, just go vote.
Yeah.
Even though
Fair.
we
Don't you see
vote,
like all the ads and stuff everywhere though, and
no one watches TV.
like
anymore.
them like voting against, like not voting against each other, but them making ads against each other.
Yeah,
That doesn't.
like the billboards and that, and then just
Maybe they could do more, and I think maybe that's the difference because, like with the American politics, they go all out on ad campaigns, etc. Maybe in Australia, to like target the young people more specifically, something can be done in terms of be louder, be brighter, be more specific, like hit the schools, hit the gymnasiums, hit the basketball courts, go to spots where young people are and provide that information, because ignorance is not bliss, to be fair. Maybe that's like the missing link, you know, like that bridge to connect young people to what's happening in our adult world. Okay, makes sense.
Another difference is America is still debating like very serious topics that would affect people's day-to-day lives.
Yeah.
Whereas in like taxes, to be honest, doing like I'm not going to like remember if like a couple more bucks is missing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna think
yeah.
about that.
It does. It's not irrelevant really. Not relevant.
As well, you were saying something about whether the policies they introduce and stuff will bring change. I think the biggest change that will happen in our community starts from like the little guys. You know?
Yeah.
And change makes its way up. I think they will talk as much as they want, introduce a lot of stuff, but I mean, they're talking. Are we even listening? Like, you said you don't watch TV. If I wasn't watching the news on at nighttime while we're eating dinner, then I'm not gonna know what's happening, to be honest.
Yeah.
Who watches
Yeah.
the news now? All I do is like scroll on TikTok and
That's it.
and stuff.
But which then makes sense. Like if I'm a politician or somebody trying to get the attention of young people, I should be on TikTok. That's where young people are. All right. If that's my audience, yeah.
I feel like I have seen a lot. I don't know if it's just I'm on like a political TikTok, but I feel like I have seen a lot of like things coming on TikTok. I think someone even made like a Drake diss track towards somebody. I don't know if I'm making.
Oh wow. Okay.
That I need to see that one too.
That's fun politics. Ah.
Yeah, I want to see that one.
Okay. I like that. So question. If any of us, all right, or 5 of us here, do you guys know where you would go if you had like a mental health crisis right now? Something happened to you and you needed like support with regards to mental health, with regards to just getting yourself in a space where your head is right. Other than contacting friends or family, do you know what's a resource in your community, suburb, wherever you're living at, a number you can quickly dial without Googling?
No.
I think the only one that I can think of, but that's more when it gets a bit more serious, is like Lifeline.
Yep.
But I think not without Googling. Like I don't know. Like I've Googled like therapists and things like counselors and things like that. But I think everyone should go to therapy personally.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Not like off the top of my head. Like I don't think.
Yeah. Okay.
And is Lifeline for any age, or is it any young people? Any age? Okay. Yeah. Didn't know that. Yeah.
There you go.
The only reason, like, I would know who to reach out to is because through my work, they give us like contacts for, you know, for mental health and stuff like that. And the good thing about it is that they also allow us to, you know, refer family members and stuff like that too. So
Yeah.
if a family member's in need, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
I like
mental
that.
health is like, it's a serious thing. I think a lot of people ignore it and they just think, oh, you know, you'll get over it, whatever. But no, it doesn't work like that. It's not like a willpower kind of thing. Yeah.
You got to get that support.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, if you got any information with regards to supports for young people in the area of Australia, Melbourne, Cranbourne, Casey, wherever, chuck it in the comments. The more information out there, the better we can support everybody. Because once again, ignorance is not bliss. Yeah, there you go. Any questions? If you got the Prime Minister sitting here right now, you got the police commissioner
You're like, what's your
sitting
name?
here
Who are
right
you?
now. You've got the leader, I don't know, the richest man in the world sitting here right now. And as a young person, what information do you want to get from them? Like, what's your question to them?
If it was the richest person in the world, I'd be like, dude, surely you can share some money with me.
Like $1 million
Yeah.
actually don't have much.
Yeah. Yeah. Prime Minister? I don't know, Joyce, what would you say to the Prime Minister?
Oh, that's heavy. It's a good question.
Actually, they'd ask to become citizens of Australia because they're not. Fast track my citizenship. Yeah. Yeah. It's a hard one. I think it's a hard question because I guess you wouldn't know what to say until you're actually in that situation.
And where do you even start? Like, let's start funding like a lot more community programs.
Yeah, there you go.
Sporting programs. Let's
Yes.
start like, you know, building up the community that is here.
Yep.
So that we can then eventually like look at the bigger picture of like
Yeah.
international and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I think
And from our little bit of research that we've done and stuff like that, did you guys know that there's no like real community centre that's in the city of Casey at all? Like, I'm talking about where you can go and shoot a basketball, like for free, I'm talking about. Like where you just go in there and it's a place where there's counsellors, you can speak to people, like people to actually help you along the way. Even give like food support because, you know what, there's some young kids are living on the streets, some of them, and they need that meal. So you know that there's absolutely nothing.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
So basically a place where there is, you mentioned, food support,
Yeah.
counseling access, entertainment spaces,
Yeah.
maybe what, pool table, basketball court, volleyball corner. Is it fuse ball? What's fuse ball?
Foos.
Is it-
I don't know.
Is it called
Is that
fuse
the
ball?
little...
Yeah,
How does it go?
yeah, there you go.
You guys on the same team right now?
They've completely messed it up. So that game where you play soccer, yep,
Yeah.
that game. There's no like one-stop shop for all
Yeah.
that
young people
sort
hang
of activities. And I think it's a thing that we got to like legit look at. If you got any questions, comments about it, chuck it in there. Let us know.
Yeah, or if you do know one in the city of Casey, let us know too, because I'm keen to hear about it. We did find something, I think, in the city of Frankston. Shout out to Street Peace. They do an amazing job out there.
Yep, they're out there on
Yeah.
Wednesdays.
Yeah.
They do an amazing job.
Yeah.
All
So-
right, we need an energy down this way.
Yeah. Bit of
Casey.
energy down here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come and inject some life
All
to
right.
these parts of the world. All right.
All right.
What part do parents play in the life of young people? I don't know. Let's ask a few young people. What part do parents play in the lives of young people?
Mine fed me and gave me a nice warm bed to sleep in at night.
Yeah?
That was when I was like high school age. Like, yeah, you know, they were a lot more, I guess, involved back then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big girl now.
Yeah, I think majority of like the influence definitely is felt like on during the younger ages, and I think just how they bring up their kids definitely just impacts on how they act when they go out. Because I've seen many things just being out, and it's been totally different to how I would treat my parents.
Fair.
Like even in public, like the fact that some people can just like, shut up, man.
Oh my, yeah.
I'll be coming up.
Yeah.
Like no
Yeah.
matter how old I am, no matter how successful I've become, or like anything,
Yeah.
I'm like, that would never even cross my mind.
They will throw down on you if you
Oh,
disrespect
honestly,
them.
it's
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
And yeah, I think after a certain age, like there's only like so much that they can do, keep doing for us.
True.
Like, but even that is like a huge amount that can't even be measured, to be honest. And so I think they definitely play an important role. And like until that day, like they'll always be like an important figure in my life, at least. And then, but yeah.
Okay, fair.
I think, well, I've kind of had a weird one because, like, you know, I was going back and between like my mum and my dad
Yep.
for a little bit, and like staying with one for a period of time and then another, so it's
Yep.
a bit different.
Yep.
But I think, to be honest, I think this is my opinion and like
Yeah.
how I would raise my future kids. So
Yep.
no
Yeah.
disrespect.
No
to anybody,
judgment,
like-
no judgment, yeah.
But I think sometimes the whole idea of like, I think especially as ethnic kids, like have the idea of you have to be kind of perfect, and then you kind of hide, you know, stuff you're doing on the side, things like that. But I think now I've come to a place where I'm a bit more open with my parents a little bit. But
Yep.
I still think like, you know, there's a lot of life experience that they have, but then I don't think that should negate the life experience that you're going through at the time.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
good.
sometimes, like, you know, that I've lived longer than you, I know more than you, but
Yep.
that doesn't, like, I'm living now and I'm going through things now.
Yeah.
And it's different now too.
Yeah.
Like when they were, you know, 20 years old or something like that. Like I know my parents, my mum got married at 17. So like her life was totally different to what my life was at 17 years old. So for them, when they come back at you and say stuff like, oh, when I was your age, well, yeah, times were different then. It was like super different. You guys there was no internet. There was no, hang on, when I was that age too, there was no like Facebook and Instagram and stuff. So we didn't have those pressures in life of trying to, you know, dress a certain way and do certain things. So yeah, parents, they're influential in your life, 100%. Some people haven't had the fortune, you know, I know it's called fortune of having
Good fortune,
parents.
yep.
Yeah, of
Yep.
having parents and have, you know, been raised in the foster system or been raised in, you know, by their grandparents and stuff like that. So I think any older person who has, you know, who cares about you and has that influence, I think, you know, they're important. They are important.
Fair.
Yeah.
Joyce, have you seen your effects of parents, like with other people's children? Have you ever seen like the good or the bad effects of parents in that space?
100%. I think I agree with Wendy in saying that, like, she was saying about how, you know, if you're a grandparent or no youth, then 100% speak into that. I think just having mentors makes all the difference.
Yeah, that's good.
Whether
Yep.
they're blood related or not.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking when you were saying, Elijah, about like the influence that you play in childcare and stuff like that, and I'm just thinking, like, could you imagine 20 years down the track when you're just walking on the street and some kid comes up to you and is like, hey, you're one of my childcare teachers. Like, that's pretty crazy. And like, you're literally doing it for work, but for these kids,
Yeah.
like a break from the reality that, hey, I don't have that. So I 100% believe that, like, if you have the chance or if you're able to speak into a young person's life, do it, and don't expect anything in return. Just know that, like, you change their life. You don't have to change the whole world,
Yeah.
but that would just make all the difference in the future if we're all doing it like
Yeah.
crazy. Anyways,
Yeah.
it could be like a whole nother 20-minute video about
That's
it.
good.
Because I
Yep.
think everyone has something to give,
Yep.
and that something to give will speak. I don't know the rest of that sentence, but you know what
Fair.
I'm saying?
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Shout out to all the
100%.
parents out there, all the guardians, caregivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're working in that space, keep doing what you're doing. As the Joy said, you're not going to see the results tomorrow. It's like a marathon.
Yeah.
Just keep going. The results will show later on, okay?
They'll turn out like us.
You're planting a seed. It'll flourish. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Love
Thanks,
it.
guys.
Yeah. Thank you, Katie.
Thanks.
Thank you, Elijah.
Thanks, Katie.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I thought you. I was like, are you high fiving? I didn't know what was happening.
Thanks, Elijah.
Yeah, come on, high five. Yeah.
All right. We good? Can I off mic now?
Yay.
Oh my days. Hi guys, thanks for watching the video all the way through to the end. You can continue to support us by subscribing, liking, and buying our merchandise. Thank you for being a part of us throughout this journey. Continue to just promote the channel and loving our content. Peace.